Joe Biden lets in millions and millions of people from the third world, and they move to blue cities all across the country. And now all of those cities are changing slowly into third world cities themselves. And it's been happening for the last several years, subtly, so subtly that you might not even realize that it's going on. In New York City and cities all over the country, we now have bike lanes on the streets and city bikes set up all over different cities. Bike lanes taking up lanes that were meant for cars and trucks. This is going to be great, Democrats told us for years. Bikes that people will use to bike to work and then bike to play and then bike from their apartment to get a coffee and then to the office and then they'll go home. It'll cut down on traffic and it's good for the environment. That's what they told us. But of course, none of that ever happened. And what is happening in New York City is the exact opposite, actually. Bike lanes in New York have been co-opted by illegal immigrants, many of them not here legally, and they ride all over the city in any direction they want, with no regard for traffic signals or traffic lights, delivering food, delivering drugs, delivering whatever they can fit on their bike day and night. In fact, on most streets, just to cross to the other side of the street, you have to pass by multiple bike lanes, lanes that were meant for cars and trucks, just to get to the other side of the street, like this. This was today here in New York City. So just to cross the street, bike lane right here, parking, 3 lanes of traffic for cars and trucks and anything else in New York City, and then another bus lane, which bikes go down, and then more parking. Before Democrats, this was all for cars and trucks. Now it's for everything else. You think that might have something to do with the congestion? By the way, I had the light, and it was dangerous, and that's middle of the day. Okay, this is going to be fun, Democrats told us. It's not fun. And parts of New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Philadelphia, Boston, now look like downtown Mogadishu. They now look like third world cities. Maybe you've seen them in movies, in documentaries. You know what I'm talking about. Rickshaws all over the place, vendors in the streets, disorder, crime, violence. New York City, literally right outside where I am sitting right now, looks more like Mogadishu or Bangladesh than it does the most important city in the world. It looks more like this. That was Dhaka, the largest city in Bangladesh and one of the largest Muslim cities in the world. And that is everyday life right there in the third world. And if you've been to New York City recently, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you have seen it with your own eyes. But this is all being done by design. Zohran Mamdani is the city's first ever Muslim mayor, and Zohran grew up in Uganda, which is in Africa. He even did an internship in the Ugandan capital city of Kampala in 2007. And here's an example of what the streets in downtown Kampala look like today. So that is the capital of Uganda, and that is the most important city in that country. Have a look. And if you think that cannot happen here, come to New York City because it is already happening. Just this week, Zohran Mamdani proposed lowering the speed limit across one of the largest geographical cities in the country to just 20 miles an hour. In some areas, it's going to be even lower, 15 miles an hour. And if you're asking why any mayor would want to do something like that, he is doing it to speed up New York City's descent into the third world. And he's doing it to turn New York City into something more like what he grew up with in Uganda. If cars and trucks are going slower, out-of-control bikers, who the police do nothing about, won't get killed as often, which happens on an almost daily basis in New York City, and I'm serious. 20 miles an hour, like it's the turn of the century in New York again when cars were competing with horses. And we asked some of these bikers who were out there today about where they were from. None of them were Midtown office workers out for a coffee. They were almost all immigrants from third world countries.
Where are you from?
Guatemala.
West Africa.
Where are you from?
Mexico.
I'm from Guatemala.
I'm from Africa.
Senegal.
Where are you from?
Oh, the Guatemala.
I'm from Africa.
Guatemala. West Africa.
West Africa. And do you primarily use your bike for deliveries?
Yes. Guatemala.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.